Real people, real celebrities, real talk.
Join the Breakfast Club.
Blast off in your
Weekday morning, 6 to 10.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We have a special guest hanging out with us today.
Machine Gun Melly.
Yes,
Melyssa Ford. Good morning, ma'am.
Hey, Melyssa.
Hi.
Well, good job on Blood, Sweat, and Heels.
Thanks.
I see you guys had one of the highest rating debuts ever on Bravo.
It was the highest rated debut in the network's history, 33 years.
Bigger than all the Housewives shows and everything?
It was bigger than everything that has ever been on the network.
Did you expect that?
No, I did not. I mean, we knew that we were going to pull in some decent numbers. You know, we were doing, I mean, you know, Rachel's over there and she's part of the Bravo PR team, and they did a phenomenal job getting us out there. We had looks that I did not expect. You know, the couch and W Picks and New York Live and
Breakfast
New York
Club.
Daily and Breakfast Club. You know, I didn't want to come on here until we knew the numbers.
Right.
You know, so
I didn't expect those kind of numbers because I don't know nobody on the show but you.
That's not true.
Yes,
There's
you
Demetria
do.
Lucas about
Never heard of.
I know her. She was written several books.
Yeah, I didn't know.
Never heard of
And she has a blog.
Never heard of them.
I didn't know anybody.
Doesn't ring bells, no.
Okay. Well, you know, I mean, like, they're boys, so they're not going to be, like, we're going to know who Dimitri is.
Right.
She, Essence magazine columnist at one point, you know, that's how she kind of got...
Oh, yeah.
See, now you
No,
know.
I don't. I'm just
Oh,
playing.
God, okay.
And I think somebody like myself in the business, I was like, oh, okay, like, this is exciting. I was excited for Melyssa to be on there. Now, there were some other shows you were supposed to be on prior to this, I remember.
Well, supposed to is an interesting choice of word. Yeah.
I don't even know what happened with that.
Nothing, absolutely nothing. I just, you know, I don't know, I'm pretty connected to my relationship with, you know, with God, and I just kind of listened to it, and I just always felt like the right opportunity had not come across my path. I always felt like if I was going to do a reality show, it was going to be with Bravo. And it was going to be a show just like this one, you know, a show about single, successful women whose careers are not based on, you know, having been funded by some, you know, some man as a hobby, you know, for something for her to do. Like, we're self-starters.
Well, let's back up a little bit for people who don't know who Melyssa Ford is now.
Yeah, start from the beginning.
How you got started. You're from Canada.
I'm from Toronto, Canada,
You were
yes.
one of the biggest video vixens in the world at one point. If not the biggest, you would be the biggest.
Yeah.
And she hates being referred to as a video vixen.
Thank
to this
you,
day.
Angela.
On the show, you said video hold.
No, I said, I was just
say
like,
that.
I was like, you know, I'm a video model, but, you know, some people like to use the term video hoe, and I
you.
was like, that's so annoying. You know?
How did that become a career, though? How did that happen?
It was, you know, I was a university student. I was putting myself through university, and I was just making some extra money. But at the same time, you know, if I was called to do a video and I had to work or I had to go to school, I didn't, you know, put that aside just to do a music video. I had my priorities very straight. So most people think that, like, I did a whole bunch of music videos. I really, in 6 years, maybe did 20, maybe, when some girls do 20 in a year, you know, and I did 20 within, like, 4 to 6 years or something
paid
like
a
that.
lot more back then.
Now, how much was it paying back then?
Yeah.
How much was it paying back then?
Well, by the time I, you know, left the game, my price tag was, you know, $5,000 a day. And, you know, sometimes the video shoot would be 2 to 3 days. You know, you kind of like, you know, create a demand for yourself and siphon off the supply. It's like, you know, business 101. And I
in
just
all fairness,
learned that.
they had bigger budgets back then, too.
Absolutely.
Nowadays, people's video budgets are nothing.
Like $5.
Yeah.
Like
They
$5. Like
sucking
the budget was my paycheck.
It's 5,000.
Exactly.
Now they just sucking fornicate for craft services and world star hits.
Yeah, well, you know, I...
Now, Melyssa, you also on the show, on the first episode, right?
Yeah.
There was a bit of controversy about a topic about cheating and going through somebody's things, and then Demetria wrote a blog about it, about the conversation that you guys had. And you said that you did catch somebody cheating on you by going through their things.
Why would somebody cheat on Melyssa Ford?
Because he has a penis.
Very true. Good answer.
Yeah.
No, no argument here.
You know, I'm a Ritz cracker to you know, to a lot of guys, but, you know, at some point, some guy that I'm with, he might just be like, yo, she's a saltine. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Like, I've been there, done that, and oh, look at that. Oh, you know, that's guys for you, you know? So if they're not in a committed state of mind, then that's just what they're going to do. They're going to step out on their chick. Yeah, it's a part, you know. Well, most women do go through.
It's an interesting story. Now, tell us what you found.
Well, yeah, what did I find? I found a tape of him having sex with another girl.
Whose phone was this now?
It wasn't a phone.
Was this Flo Rida's
It was
phone?
like a VHS tape.
No. That's how far back it was. No, it was like a little, mini recorder, like in like a camera and stuff.
Was it somebody
like
famous?
No.
Oh.
No, it was nobody famous.
You could have kept that and made some money. Sell it to Vivid.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I probably wasn't thinking that at the time, though. But yeah, so I found a tape of him having sex with another girl.
Now, I saw in the previews you also said you hadn't broken up a fight in a while. Mm-hmm. Now, I got to tell you, one time on New Year's we were out, and Melissa really does jump into the middle of a fight when people start fighting.
That somehow turned into my fight, though. But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, oh God.
We were out for New Year's, right? We were at HK.
Okay.
And we were at the club. Everybody's having a good time. And one of her friends started fighting
with another girl over a guy. Stupid.
Right?
Just stupid.
So
and
we're standing on the couch. Melissa jumps over the table.
and punched the girl in the face.
Really?
Yeah.
Machine Gun Melly in this bitch.
That's crazy.
I wasn't even thinking. I just reacted. And then once I'd realized what I'd done, the girl was from Atlanta. I knew a couple of people in Atlanta who knew her. I was like, please tell her that I am so sorry.
Yeah, after you punched her in the face.
After you punched her in the face.
That was
and then you know what else happened? They got removed from the club.
That was clearly before the World Star era.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't move. I didn't know the girls. So.
Yeah. That was pretty interesting.
Now, when you were a video vixen, did you have an actual exit plan? Or did you think you could do it forever?
Absolutely. Who would want to do that forever? Like, who's trying to be like a 35-year-old video girl? Like, really? Like, honestly.
Delicious.
Oh, okay. I absolutely knew. You got to have an exit strategy for just about everything. Just in terms of business, the whole point is to, dominate and then leverage it and then move on to the next. Hopefully it's not a lateral move. Hopefully you're moving on up. And so I just kind of took my popularity and leveraged it and, branded myself and started creating like product, like calendars, behind the scenes, DVDs, shot glasses, posters, you name it. I slapped my image on it. And then after I accumulated this fan base, then I started to solicit television opportunities when, I was already on BET's radar and they were thinking to, add to their television roster. And so, it's just a lot of what's happened in my career has been solely based on, timing. Every girl is like, oh my God, I want a career just like yours. I'm like, not going to happen. Not going to happen strictly because I'm me. I make certain decisions. I move a certain way. And it was a certain time that I was able to capitalize on. That's simply it. So when
you did radio also.
And I did radio. Yeah, that's where I met Angela. Yes,
wow.
my baby Angela. Together. Yes. God, those days were so great when we could curse on the radio. I am monitoring myself like a mofo right now.
We used to take the train together back to Brooklyn. We had some good times.
Yeah.
How did video chicks get such a negative stereotype attached to them, though? Like, how do people say, oh, they sucking, fornicate on the set all the time?
Are you really asking me that question? You know the answer to that.
Maybe, I don't know.
You know the answer to that. There's kind of a book that came out.
Oh, yeah.
Dumbass
Superhead. I forgot about that. You're right.
I mean, and here's the craziest part, and Corinne, I'm sure that, personally, she's a lovely girl. I don't know her personally, but you know me. I am like the definition of diplomatic and composed.
Yeah.
You walk in a line
when you're not punching women in the face.
When I'm not punching people in the face. But like, here's the truth of the matter is that when I was on video sets, no one knew who this girl was. I thought she was the Snuffleupagus. I swear on everything. I did not think. I thought she was an urban myth. I didn't think she really existed because I didn't know anyone who had ever seen her before. Like, it just was, her name just like floated around like this big mystery. And then this book came out and it defined the entire, an entire group. Like all video vixens, hoes, just because.
It's like Confessions of a Video Vixen.
And I was just like, wait, hold on one second. Your story and mine are two very, very, very different stories.
Did anything disrespectful ever happen to you on set?
I'm sure you got solicited a lot.
I mean, I was the queen of no. I was listen, one time when I was doing Jadakiss' video, Knock Yourself Out, we were doing this scene where I had to kind of like do all that up against the car. And all of,
Rough Riders?
Rough Riders, thank you. All of them were there. Oh my God. Sometimes, boy, you really have to kind of sit still, cross your legs so that nobody kind of grabs your
Slap
ass.
You on the ass. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
You really have to, kind of monitor what's going on around you on a video set. And so I was like, listen, I have a man, so can you let me take charge of this scene and keep your hands above my waist? Because I'm not trying to go home to a beatdown. cool. And he was like,
The man was beating you?
No, figure of speech. So I was just like, and he was like, I was going to touch you. And Rough Riders were like, yo, go in. He was like, I ain't trying to get a lawsuit. I'm not trying to get a lawsuit. So he really, Jadakiss is like my boy. I love him. He was very respectful, and he really just kind of let me take control, because it's a product. I'm going to make it look good. That's what I was hired to do. Like, I totally understood that.
He probably wasn't trying to go home to a beat down either. You know?
He might have had a woman who he was like not trying to explain stuff to either. I don't know. But all I know is we made it work enough to where that video is, one of the most favorited videos. People love it. They reference it all the time. Like, oh, it's like life changing. I'm like, okay, it's not that serious.
Did it ever cross your mind at any point to like trap one of those millionaire guys?
Absolutely not. For what?
I thought she was going to say absolutely.
I was like,
damn. No. I watch some of these girls out here who look like they're professional baby mamas. Like they
Evelyn Lozada. She's the professional trapper. She gets it done. You almost got to commend her. Like she's got all sports. She had football, she had basketball, now she's got baseball.
Don't say nothing. Just let it go.
Hey, listen.
Just let it go.
I already know this one. Okay? That's how you and everybody else does too.
Now,
And to keep it real, guys be trying to trap women nowadays too.
Yes.
You got to be careful of that.
Oh, that ain't gonna happen. I got a steel trap down here.
Now, on the show, you said that you're broke. Are you broke?
Well, let's talk about being broke. Okay, because people don't understand what being broke means. Being broke is when you're living paycheck to paycheck.
True.
Being broke means that you have like meager savings, that you're not putting away for retirement, that your financial life is basically kind of, it's a little bit of a mess.
That's broke in your standards.
That is
broke in other people's standards. Is they don't know how they're gonna pay their rent. They don't have no money for food.
That's really actually the definition of destitute.
Okay.
That's beyond broke.
That's closer to destitute,
Okay,
which is not what I was.
Okay, you were broke.
So I was broke. So I had savings that, I had to find a new apartment, and I knew that, and I had to invest in my new real estate career. So that was going to take it's a self-starting business. So I had to take what I had left because I had not been investing in my brand. I no longer cared about it because I didn't know what it meant anymore to be Melyssa Ford. Like I sometimes wish that I had started with a stage name. It would have been easier for me to mentally separate myself from the entity and the person.
But why did you stop?
I thought your name was Jessica Rabbit for a long time.
Most people did. They'd be like, "Hey, Jessica." I'm like, "My name is."
And now, like, Rihanna's best friend done stole your name.
Holy Christ!
Melyssa Ford and Rihanna are best friends. You knew that, right?
I knew that.
I mean, she's my friend in my head, but she actually has a best friend named Melyssa Ford.
yeah.
I'm like, oh my God, it is the worst.
So why did you walk away from Melyssa Ford? Why did you stop? You said you stopped.
I just felt like, I'd been beat up by the entertainment industry, and I just didn't see.
People gonna take that as getting ran through now when you say that.
No.
She doesn't mean beat up like how Superhead felt like she was beat
No,
up.
not that beat up. Not that kind of
beat it up.
I just felt like that. We were in a day and age in which you had to compromise yourself in order to stay relevant and to maintain your popularity. And that's not who I am as a person. Like consciously, I couldn't do that. I have to remain true to who I am, ethically, value-wise, etc.
People believe at that time because you had a boyfriend at that time, and a highly publicized boyfriend, and they thought maybe you just...
Who was the highly publicized boyfriend?
Flo Rida.
Okay.
And they believed that maybe you fell back because you were playing wifey.
You said that on the show.
No,
You was
that's
like,
accurate.
he was like,
That's accurate. Like I got into that doomed relationship, and
Why'd you say doomed?
Yeah, what happened with Flo Rida? I remember when y'all met.
Was it his hairline?
Shut up.
Why was it doomed? Why did you say so from the start?
But you guys broke up, got back together, broke up again, got back together. Why would you say it was doomed?
Because we have nothing in common. We have nothing in common, and our conversation was pretty limited.
But you stayed for a long time, though.
Well, no, not really. I mean, so when we met at Sirius in 2008, we dated for about a month, and that was when he was brand new, low.
She didn't even know who he was.
I didn't know who he was. I had to play
some big football player looking guy. Who is that?
Well, you know how I like them looking, like they just fell out of a tree. You know what I'm saying? 11, 8.
You think Flo Rida looked like he just fell out of a tree?
Like I'm dumb. I was like a dumb man.
Monkey from Miami.
Like a dumb one. All right, go ahead.
So, no, I mean, I like to have conversations, but, So, it just felt like in 2008, he was way too green, and I was a veteran in this industry. I was like, boo, you got a lot to learn, and I'm a back up And so I did. For 3 years, I wouldn't have any contact with him whatsoever. And then he
Low came out.
No, that was when it was out. Was in 2008. Okay. And so that's when I backed up. Like, I was like, you're too green and I can't deal. And then in 2011, he tracked me down on Facebook. And Facebook? Facebook. Yeah, and I was just like, I answered him like, oh, no hard feelings. I hope you're doing well. And he wrote me back a book. And, this. And then he was, at that time, he was he was dating Eva.
Yeah, Eva said that's the only reason you started dating him. Well, matter of fact, let's play it. Play the clip.
No, okay, go ahead. Well, if you got it right at the beat, go ahead.
I don't want to misquote her.
Let's go to the videotape.
So how'd y'all break up? He left you for Melyssa Ford?
Never.
Oh.
Never.
Oh, okay.
She realized that he had money after I dated him and decided she wanted him. Not too much.
Oh.
Wow.
She called you a gold digger. Basically.
It's a little bit of a gold digger, she said.
That's interesting.
Would you like to retort?
Retort.
She is entitled to her opinion. It's inaccurate, but it's her opinion. And, unfortunately, she didn't seem to realize that we were already very well acquainted with each other.
So you hit it first.
Get it, Ray J.
All right.
I hate you guys. I hate you guys. And so basically what was happening was he's, trying to, win me back or whatever you want to call it. And I was like, listen, from what I understand, you have a girlfriend and I don't want any parts of that. I just don't. I don't need the drama in my life. Leave me alone. He was just like, that's on its way out the door. And I'm like...
He's trying to set up the next thing. See how guys are?
And I'm just like, okay, well, don't do it because of me, because I'm not giving you any promises whatsoever. And so then a few weeks later, word gets out that they'd ended. But that didn't mean that I jumped on a plane and went to Miami. I still was just like, I don't know. It took him a minute for that to happen.
What did he do to actually win you over? Because if not, it's going to be a bunch of guys on Facebook hitting you today.
Well, he didn't win me over because then, we saw each other for a couple of months and then I broke up with him again. Just because fundamentally...
Hey, what's wrong with Flo Rida? You keep breaking up with him.
Because fundamentally we're two very, very different people who want very, very different things in life, and there was not a lot for me to talk to him about.
There must be something. You kept giving him chances.
I think what Melyssa's trying to say is that he wasn't that smart, and she's a lot smarter than he is.
Well, wouldn't you know that from the first conversation, though?
Charlene,
you gave him a bunch of chances. So how many chances did you give him?
I don't really even have a response for that. I do not have a response for that. I don't have a response for that. You're right. I don't. Okay. I did.
Nobody's ever answered the Breakfast Club like
that. You know what I'm saying?
He seems like a nice guy. I don't know that much about him.
Did you find yourself, because, a lot of people think you are a gold digger, but you're not, because I know you're a good person. Did you ever find yourself saying to yourself, okay, maybe I might be using him, so maybe I don't need to mess with him?
Not at all. Whatever he had in his bank account had no bearing on why I was there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I could care less.
Would you date a broke guy?
I have dated broke guys. Right. I've dated tall, short, fat, skinny,
Sheesh.
you
gotta raise your standards.
Damn.
I've dated the regular guy. I've dated, not so regular, famous, whatever the case is. I'm just looking at the person as an individual. But I actually found him very ostentatious. What
does that mean?
Okay, I'm sorry. Flashy.
Oh,
yeah.
Got you. Okay.
And way more, I would always say, he's Versace, I'm Calvin Klein. And that's not my style. I was like, why is it every time we go out, it's got to be a big production with the Bugatti and the Ferrari and the entourage?
Would you rather the Honda Accord?
I'm going to punch you right in your face. Another cross to bear.
There you go.
Another cross to bear. Just for the sake
clear it up.
You clear it up.
Yeah.
I have never owned one. Okay.
There's nothing wrong with
There's nothing wrong with it. But thank you, Game, for making and Honda.
And it would have been whack for him to rhyme Ford with Ford too.
I mean,
yeah.
no, I would have taken that.
Have you ever apologized for that?
Yes, over and over and over
So you've seen
again.
him out? Have you seen him out?
Oh yeah, I've seen Game a ton of times.
I heard you didn't want to do the video. I heard he asked to do the video.
Of course they asked me to do the video. I was like, yeah, no, I think not. I was like, do you know how much money it would take for me to do that video? I quoted them $50,000 for me to do that video.
A brand new Honda Accord.
Bit more.
There's nothing wrong with a Honda, by the way.
There's nothing. Yeah.
So back to Flo Rida. Why you kept giving him chances?
I told you.
I don't know, Abby.
Dear, I do not have an answer for you. He just last year, what was it, 2012? He came along.
2013 was last year.
Okay, well, I'm still in 2019.
Gotcha.
You know, it's we're
You know what she meant.
7-8 days in,
Absolutely.
whatever. So what? We were dating in 2012. So he came along at a time where I don't know. He just kind of slid right in. I don't know. There was like
Literally?
No.
Yes. Okay. So you were
How
bored.
good she is it?
Were you bored? That happens.
She was bored.
What's
She
the
was
next
bored.
question?
Any hard feelings towards him now? Like if his records come on the radio, do you turn them up or what?
No, I do not turn them up.
Got you.
No, I don't turn
Or do
them
you
up.
turn them off?
No. Let's just say I listen to a lot of alternative music. Let's just say that. I
That is
listen
very
to.
true.
I
Don't
listen
go
to.
on a road trip with Melyssa Ford.
I hate you. Come on, my music choices are
I'm
awesome.
like, please, somebody change this.
I love Little Dragon, Lost in the Trees, you know, Bonobo.
Word.
Like, I'm kind of like, you
Weird.
know.
All right, it's
Sounds
Yeah.
pretty fun. All right,
Okay, so she hates
let's-
Flo Rida. Move
Let's
on.
go back to Blood, Sweat, and Heels.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, back
Thank
to
you.
that. So you got contacted to do the show. Now, I read on All Hip Hop they did a blind item and they said that everybody on the show had to have a job, but there was one person that she had to go out and get a job in order to be on the show because they didn't have one yet. Which person was that?
I don't know.
Okay, I'm trying
I-
to figure out what cast member.
Yeah, I don't know, because the funny thing is so when the relationship ended with Flo, is I, you know, basically felt like the industry is just not working out for me, or I just don't want to be a part of it, you know, so I have to get my bearings if I'm going to, you know, possibly put it on hold. So what am I going to do? What can I do? I was like, okay, I've got a name and I've got a healthy Rolodex. So I live in the financial district, so I thought to myself, maybe I could go into finance. And there was a couple of finance companies soliciting me. You know, they were going to, you know, hire me,
What do you
allow
mean
me.
finance? Like
Like
run
the
numbers and
Wolf
work
of
for-
Wall Street?
Yeah, like Wolf of Wall Street
my
type
goodness.
thing. Yeah, and that movie, have you seen it?
Amazing.
Completely accurate.
Absolutely.
That is
It's dope.
exactly how those
So that
guys
didn't
are.
work.
Like, after the market closes, you will find some brokers cutting up coke on a bar. It's like, hi, it's a public place, and that's illegal, you know.
They
but
made doing all drugs look amazing.
it's such a rock
Except
star.
for Quaaludes.
Such a rock star lifestyle. So I mean, you know, not glorifying it at all, but whoa.
Yeah, I've been wanting to sniff coke out of girls' ass since I've seen that movie. But I just don't do coke. Might use pixie sticks or something.
Right,
We'll
right.
set it up. I can set it up.
So go ahead.
Well,
so the finance didn't work.
so basically, I was solicited by these companies, went upstairs, and as soon as I saw the bullpen, which is where all the desks are, and then I saw all these heads pop up like gophers, all these men, and it smelled like corn chips, musty balls, and all
Yeah.
day. I was like. This
All
is,
day.
I was like, this is not going to work out. This is not. First of all, there's way too much testosterone. I don't mind testosterone, you know, but there was way too much, and I was like, yeah.
It's a real boys club.
It just really felt like I had been backed into an alley and, you know, by a mob. I was like, ooh, this isn't going to work out. And so I was like, what else? Real estate. So I put myself through real estate school and got my license, and a firm hired me, and I was ready to go. And then I get an email from Bravo like, hey, we've got this show, greenlit, blah, 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 and we'd love for you to be, you know, a part of it. And I was just like, I'm being punked because it is.
You said, I want Bravo.
I was like, it was exactly the show I was looking for to be on. Like, on Bravo, a show about 6 single successful women in New York City, working hard, playing harder. I was like, okay, well, the universe does listen.
Did you know the other women?
I knew Demetria very well. Yeah, we'd ended up doing a lot of panels together, you know, women empowerment, you know, that kind of thing around, you know, Howard University and whatnot. And I was familiar with the other girls by name only. But when we found out that we were all, like, you know, officially the 6 that were chosen, then we started to, you know, hang out with each other.
How did
And
you feel about her writing that blog about the conversation that you guys had?
it's Demetria's job. And I mean, truthfully, look at my face in there. I did not participate verbally. I was like,
When the fighting gonna start on that show?
Next episode.
You can't have all those black women and drinks and nobody throw a drink or
You
something.
stupid.
let's just say that there's some scenes that I will be watching alongside with you with my jaw in my lap, like, whoa.
You're not gonna
because-
jump over the table and punch nobody?
No, actually, I think what happens in the show is I'm kind of like the mediator. Like,
She's the one breaking up the fights.
yeah, when friction happens amongst cast members, I think what will probably be shown is the fact that I kind of try and try and mend the fences, you know, because that's kind of how I am in my real life. Like I try and always create kind of like a harmonious situation. I like when all my friends get together and like each other. I don't like backbiting and talking about each other,
which is really hard for women to do, you know.
I mean, you know, a group of women, we're emotional creatures. You know, take things kind of seriously.
That's why women can't be leaders. We're too emotional.
Oh, stop it, Angela.
Now back to the real estate.
I mean, this one over here.
Yeah, I saw people on Twitter insulting you, saying like, "How are you qualified to be a real estate agent?"
Because I went to school and I got licensed to do it.
For whatever reason, they think because you were a video vixen, you're not smart enough to be a real estate agent.
Well, I can't. Well, that's their mental midgetry. Like I can't help them out.
That you don't know.
Oh no, Melissa's very smart.
And I'm going to say something. Yeah, that is true because Melissa actually writes, and you actually have always been extremely articulate. And I've always felt like, you know, there's been a point in time when I was like, is Melissa going to write a book about, and not like a tell-all book, but a book about, you know, something.
Melissa's very
lazy.
No.
She seems lazy.
Holy shit. You gonna let him talk to you like that?
No, the reason I say that is because I met her at Sirius, and they said, I remember working at Sirius, they was like, Melissa is a great on-air personality, but they couldn't count on you. Like, I don't know what it was.
You hold your earrings. Don't let him talk to you like that.
Is it true?
Maybe she just couldn't get it together.
Well, Sirius was a strange format for me where
it ain't pay that much.
Yeah.
So you wasn't motivated.
I mean, you guys, you come here and you know you're on the air and it's live. My programming did not work that way, and I wasn't given like any kind of training or whatever. It was just like, here's a microphone and here's your time slot, and that's it. So you're kind of left up to your own devices. You know what I mean? Whereas, you knew what you wanted to do. You're a DJ, you're a radio personality. Like, you all were very focused. You're right. I mean, I wouldn't say lazy, but I would...
you were motivated
I would definitely say, like, a lack of motivation and maybe, like, a lack of focus because, honestly, radio is probably not my medium.
Right. Now, tell them how...
I don't know how you guys get up this early every morning.
Did you ever get...
Hold on. Tell them how she used to dress up there at Sirius and have all them white guys crazy.
Kind of like this?
Nope.
Pretty much. But she would wear, like, sweats, but they'll be, like, tight and a little crop top, and everybody be like...
Nothing wrong with that.
I mean,
What's the problem? Give us a little motivation.
Yeah,
if you're not motivated, at least motivate others.
Exactly.
A good discussion me and Melissa had. Did you know that Melissa...
Oh, God.
I love a FYI. I like when you're doing it and it hits your chest. Like when you got a girl up on like the kitchen, you put her on the counter and you do it and it hits you right in the chest.
I know a lot about her personal life.
She really does. Angela is a G, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, whenever we would do lip service, everyone would get loosey-goosey because it was open bar, and there's Angela just, like, sip once an hour. Sip, and everybody's just, like, chugging, and then they're blah, telling everything. And Angela, no one knows anything about her. Who is your boyfriend, by the way?
There you go. Now we talking.
What happened?
They broke up already. It's over.
Months ago.
It's a wrap. It's only happened... It took about, what, 3 weeks?
You know that song Versace?
That was him?
She was dating one of the Migos, yeah.
No, I wasn't. Don't listen to him. Anyway.
No, wait. Did you ever sell a house? Did you sell a house?
I actually, in my first year, I've transacted $2 million in real estate. Yeah.
I would think it would be easy for you to sell houses because you're a beautiful woman.
So how much you get off $2 million?
Well, it's not $2 million. Like, one condo that I sold was $40,000 short of $1 million. It was $960,000. So I had to go through the whole negotiation process because the listing price was higher. It was listed at $988. And so I negotiated the price down for my client, and then have to go through all the steps and whatnot.
On the first episode how much you get off if you sell it, what your commission is. What's the commission like? So
the commission on that condo is a 6% commission, and it's just short of $60,000. That's 6% though. So since there's a broker representing the seller and I represent the buyer, we split that commission down the middle.
It's still not
3%. No, I know, it's 28.8.
So you're not broke?
No. See, and that's the thing is, like, I can be free and candid to say that I'm broke because tomorrow I could win $250 million and my circumstances change. Like, I'm not defined by being broke for a moment.
Well,
I'm not defined. I don't believe you. And if you are, it's because you buy shoes every 5 minutes, huh?
I'm buying a house.
And you didn't go through me?
Well, I didn't know.
Well, question. Well, let's get.
but I understand what you're saying because I'm broke right now too, and that's just temporary.
Well, I mean, it's not. You're not really broke because you have assets. You know, like you have
You have assets too, Melissa. Yes,
I do have assets. You know what? My girlfriend Shannon in LA, she calls this a whole new world back there. When we're at the beach, she likes to rub oil on my butt cheeks just because she just likes to play patty cake with them.
I can see why that would be an amazing game for her.
But you want to know what? I'm as flat as the wall compared to Tahiri. I saw her last night and she said to say hi.
I love Tahiri.
I love Tahiri too. And you know what? I just have a question because, you know, like, have you ever, this is a guy question, have you ever looked at somebody's butt and
thought you wanted to suck a fart out of it?
No, motorboat it. Like motorboating boobs?
Yeah.
Do you motorboat butt cheeks?
I definitely.
I am straight, but Tahiri's ass makes me curious about motorboating
You
butt
would eat
cheeks.
Tahiri's ass.
It's good.
I didn't say eat.
Same difference. Motorboat.
Yeah, motorboat is the same thing. Your mouth
That's
is
a
there.
whole new world.
Nah,
It is
your
a
mouth
whole
is
new
there.
beautiful world.
Would you do it? Would you
If I'm
do
a
that
whole
too?
new world,
This is
that's a whole new
amazing.
universe.
Would you eat a guy's butt?
No. Ew, God. Ew. And guys have like
because
tried
Melissa,
to.
you strike me as a pleaser.
I mean, I am a pleaser.
You never
No.
had no request for that?
Yes. And I'm like, you know.
How did that request come?
They kind of.
Push their ass in your face?
Yeah.
Was it Flow Rider?
Was he
you
on
get
his back
low?
or was he
Was
on
you get
all
low?
fours? No, stop.
It was Flow Rider?
No.
Was he on fours or was he like on his back?
Oh God!
You
On his
made
back,
my
and
world
not
go
Flo.
round,
I'm
round,
talking about
round.
the generals.
Okay.
The guy was on his back. And I'm like, yeah, that's not happening.
Did he have his legs in the air? Like, how does that work?
Was he famous? Was he a celebrity?
Was he on his stomach?
Was he a celebrity?
I see what you guys do
Was he
here.
clean, at least?
I didn't want to
Was it
find
fresh out
out.
the shower?
Okay, listen. I think that
But you know when you do that to a man, he can never talk about you ever.
Talk it out.
Never.
no.
Because once you violate him like that, there's nothing you
How's
can
that a
say.
violation? You said you like it.
I do enjoy it. But what I'm saying is, all you got to
Am
do...
I wrong for not doing it?
You,
No, because then
Angela, do you do it?
I would.
she's done it.
Yeah, she's done it. She said she would. She's done it.
Really?
No, I've never done it.
Liar.
But I would, if I was married.
A guy, nobody can ever talk trash about you ever. He'd be like, yeah, so what? You ain't though.
Yeah, you're right.
You would do it, right, Melissa?
Okay, listen, let's do it. Envy, did you have anything else you wanted to like throw at me?
Blood,
like,
sweat, heels, and toss salad.
Like that butt.
I was asking about the house thing now.
Oh,
now,
yeah. So
Now, you're a real estate agent, and the reason I ask is a lot of people are trying to get their first house.
Right.
How hard is it for somebody to get a loan now, and what's the process for somebody trying to get a house? Since you are our real estate agent, our
He's
real
just trying to
estate
test you to
expert.
see if you're really a real estate agent.
No, that's not true. She got a license.
yeah, no, I do. I do. Well, here's the thing: is the clients that I'm working with, most people. There was an article that went out, which really, this is gonna come back to this. There was an article that went out. It was one of. I'm not even gonna put the publication on blast. It just pissed me off all the way. Where Melyssa Ford wants to sell you a bootyful house. I was like, did she say bootyful?
That's funny.
She said that.
That's funny.
She didn't hit me up on Twitter, didn't hit me up on IG, didn't hit me up on Facebook to interview me, ask me any questions, just naturally assumed that my clientele was going to be, this athlete and this rapper. And I was just like, first of all, I forced them to take it down because I just thought that was so inflammatory and so egregious and so just disrespectful.
Can you explain that to Charlamagne?
That would work for a certain demo, though. Like, if you took out an ad in, like, XXL, like, Melyssa Ford wants to sell you a beautiful house.
It probably would
Do
work.
you want to increase your
It would,
assets?
exactly.
Yes.
Hey, I'd like to sell you a house.
All these
You know what I'm
rappers
saying?
with
I'd like
new
to sell you a
money,
house.
all these athletes with new money, they would definitely call you.
Yeah, well, I'm definitely not going to be advertising.
So who are your
in,
clients?
in
Are they
XXL.
athletes or
No, they're
regular
not.
people?
No, actually, my clients
Wall
are Wall Street.
Jordan Belfort.
No, I'd love to get a hold of him though. Yeah, I would. No, and one of my clients works for Turner Broadcasting.
Mm-hmm.
Another one of my clients is an art director, photographer, owns his own company. So these.
So anybody could call you as long as they're pre-approved.
Yeah,
As
exactly.
long as they're pre-approved.
Yeah,
Well,
you got
no, I mean,
pre-approved
like,
because you'll
I
be showing
help-
houses and they got to be pre-approved.
I help people go through the pre-approval process
Yeah,
because I
and
have
come on.
I have a team that I work with. I have several.
My realtor helped me get pre-approved.
Yeah, I have
That-
several real estate attorneys that I work with that I, kind of let my clients choose. Like I introduce them over email, give them the opportunity to have a conversation because you have to be comfortable with who you've chosen because you're going to be paying them, and you want to feel like you're getting your money's worth. And so then I also have relationships with all of the major lenders, Wells Fargo, Citibank, Chase, et cetera, et cetera. And so I connect them, my clients with them because we cannot go forward on the looking for homes if you're not pre-approved.
Right, gotcha.
She's really a real estate agent.
Unless
Envy.
you got like bad money in in the bank. You want to pay for something all
cash.
cash.
Yeah.
All cash is king.
Yeah,
Cash
absolutely.
is king,
Other
boo.
question.
Come on.
So if you have your license in New York, can you show real estate anywhere else, or no? It's just in New York?
No, some states have reciprocity with New York, like Georgia has reciprocity with New York. So I'd probably just have to take the exams in Georgia and wouldn't have to go through.
But you just can't go to LA.
I don't know what none of this
I
means.
can't. Okay, it means that
I don't care. Just go, keep going.
Yeah, let's move on.
they recognize the license.
Let's talk about
you.
something else. Are you dating anybody now?
No,
You paused a little.
I did because I just broke up with him.
Damn.
Did he make
How long were you guys dating?
you? Did he make you?
3 months, and no.
That was a little shorter than mine.
That must have been a horrible Christmas gift then.
Well, no, I just broke up with him on Sunday.
Did you give him some?
Sheesh.
Yeah,
Did he hit it?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Now you had a play
You
called.
should have waited till after the ratings came out so he could really feel bad.
I mean,
At least after Valentine's.
he probably feels bad because of the way that I broke up with him.
Well, what
Why
happened?
did
Tell
you
us
break
what
up with
happened.
him?
Because he's a jerk.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's just it, and I know my worth, and I'm not gonna let anybody just I'm just not dealing with
how
it.
did
Are
you
we
break up
dating
with
the
him?
same guy?
Yes.
Okay.
So how did it
I
happen?
don't know. I don't know. Like, do you date like white guys? Because that's what he was.
Oh, not yet, but
Okay.
You know, it's gonna be a bunch of guys trying to get at you now because you're back on TV, and I saw people tweeting, "Damn, Melyssa Ford's still bad." Like,
I mean, what the hell? People had one foot in the grave for me. I was like, what the hell? What, I'm gonna fall off? Like, I don't think so. I take care
now are
of
you
myself.
gonna put out some workout DVDs or what's going on with that? That's something you should have been did a long
I
time
know,
ago.
but as Envy said, I'm lazy. But I was waiting for the right opportunity.
Now's a great time.
Yeah, now's a great time. I've got a lot of projects, that are about to be able to come to
now I know why
fruition
your
and stuff.
play didn't pop off because you're lazy.
No.
She had a play that was very good called "When Vixens Consider Homicide."
Yeah, when vixens
It's homicide.
When-
Stop
What did I say?
Stop saying homicide.
When vixens consider homicide with the video is too
That's how
much.
T.I. pronounces it. when Vixens consider
When
Homicide, man.
Yeah.
Homo.
vixens consider homicide.
Homicide.
But it was kind of dark though, because at the end you killed all the vixens. Like it was like 6.
Why would you give
caskets.
away the end of the play?
Oh my bad.
Idiot.
It didn't really happen that way, but yeah, it was and still is a good play, and it hasn't gone away yet. We've got the funding for it, so it's still.
Now we all know the ending, so
No, that's not
Thanks,
what
Charlamagne.
happens. That's not what happens. It is a good play, though. It's a parody. It's very satirical. It's based on the music industry, video music industry.
And it's steering girls away kind of from the video game.
Yeah, because I've always been very candid as well about taking the shine off of what it's like to do a music video. Keep in mind, people, I haven't done one in 10 years. 10 years. So to be constantly defined by one little pocket of time is a little annoying. But I entertain it. I understand that there's a lot of fascination with it, but it is
well,
what
a lot
it
of these
is.
women come and go. You have to admit. So
Yeah,
for you
they
to
did.
still be known. for
Well,
that.
because
and there's
I-
so many of them.
Well,
that-
because I looked at it completely differently than a lot of girls did. They looked at it like, an ego boost, and I didn't care.
What's the end goal for you now?
The end goal.
What would make Melyssa Ford happy with life?
I would like to have
Every day.
somebody make me regularly. Yes,
Every day.
that's an end goal. Yes, absolutely. I would like to get married and have a little mini me. I would.
What? I don't understand. What's the problem? Why isn't somebody trying to wife Melyssa Ford?
I'm sure
seems
that they
easy.
are, but you know what?
the trust and believe. No, the offers come in, but
Yes.
I'm choosy.
Guys always think that when you're single, that means that no one wants you. That's not what that means.
That's
that means
absolutely
you don't
not
want
what it means.
them.
And also there's the assumption that when a breakup happens, that it was his choice. No, 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 and no. And no, just for what you're
Florida did
thinking.
not break up with me. I broke up with him.
He said,
You never
I
tried to
did.
shoot your club up?
What?
Oh, you never tried to get you pregnant? Shoot your club up when you ejaculated.
Oh,
right?
that's hilarious.
You never tried to get you pregnant?
Do guys tell you that that's what your intention is?
I'm
Is
sure
that-
they don't tell
Absolutely.
you. I'm sure it just
No, they don't
probably
tell you. What they
happens.
do is they just do it, and they're like, "Oops."
No, some guys say, you seen Baby Boy, guys be like, I'm going to get you pregnant.
Let's just say that there's,
Sounds like pillow talk.
that let's just say that there's there's stuff in place that can make that not possible.
Condoms, nouveau rings. Pill,
I protect myself.
pull out method.
Oh yeah, that doesn't work.
Well, Melyssa, we appreciate you joining us today. Tell them when the show comes on.
The show is called Blood, Sweat, and Heels, and it is on Bravo.
And I can't wait to see the next episode.
Sunday night at 9 p.m. And I just have to say a disclaimer because, most people were kind of like, oh, Melissa's so composed and, she's so this and, sitting there like a little lady. Let's just say that a couple of episodes from now, don't hold it against me. I have a couple of drinks and...
Machine Gun Melly comes out.
Yeah, Machine Gun Melly comes out just for a brief moment in time, and then I go back to being the professional real estate agent that I am.
That's what we love, diversity.
We love
Yes.
ratchetness,
Multiple
we love
personalities.
righteousness. It's
Yes.
the yin and the yang of life.
And I appreciate that because, we have many dimensions.
Absolutely.
have
Well, we
many
will be
dimensions.
Team Melissa Ford up here, so no worries.
We've been
Thank
that,
you.
though. That's the homie right there.
Yeah,
I'm still
yeah.
in the play, right?
Yes, you're
Okay.
still in the play.
No doubt.
Is Charlamagne a video vixen in the play? Or?
Yes.
play
we put him in a dress. No, I'm kidding.
I play a perverted music mogul who's using his position to get a lot of
Sounds like
vagina.
you.
Wow,
been
talk about
typecasted.
typecasting.
They typecast him. I'm so sorry.
I play a short
Maybe
guy
we can
with
have you
small
play the drug
penis
dealer
too.
now. Maybe possibly.
More typecasting, but hey,
Okay.
a win is a win.
Oh my goodness. It's the Breakfast Club, Melissa Ford. Appreciate you joining us.
No problem. Thanks, guys.